Welcome to the Cox3.com post-game show here in the Cox 3 Sports Game of the Week. In overtime, Foothill 59 and Godinez 49. Thanks so much for joining us along with Gordon Spencer and the coach, Bill Kearney. I am Mark Heller. Well, I wrote down 3 terms that I'm going to remember this game for. The bank by Riley O'Hearn on that second foul shot with 1.1 when he was expecting to try to miss it. Number 2, the facade. And then number 3, the foul shot made by Araujo with 0.5 seconds, which sent the game to overtime.
If you'd have told me that in the middle of the second quarter, Foothill would have a chance to win this game, I'd say you're crazy, because it was 19-6. They'd scored 6 points in a quarter and a half. And that young man, Riley O'Hearn, brought him back in the second quarter and in the fourth quarter. But I'll tell you, Lucas Araujo was the man down the stretch.
Well, it's funny you should mention those players, because those are the players besides Coach Van Cleve that our very own Gordon Spencer is with here on the postgame show.
All right, thanks, Mark. Boy, what a game you guys had tonight. Unbelievable. Riley O'Hearn, you guys came back in that second quarter, and that really started the momentum.
Yeah, we just, we did a good job. We couldn't score earlier. We were struggling on offense. We didn't, we just missed a lot of shots. You know what I mean? And then we got it together. We got some stops, and then slowly we got back in it, and we handled the adversity, and we did a good job coming back, and we got the win in the end.
Yeah, and you had some key free throws there in the end of the fourth quarter, and that really got you close.
Yeah, I was just focused. Tried to make them. The last one I tried to miss, I ended up banking it in, but it all worked out. So in the end, it all worked out.
All right, congratulations. Good luck in the semis.
Thank you.
Lucas Araujo. Lucas, boy, what an overtime you had. What a fourth quarter, scoring about, I think, the first 7 straight in overtime. What a game for you guys tonight.
Yeah, it was really important for us to get this win, especially in the beginning when Rina Kakihara got hurt, and that just added more adversity to what was already a really difficult game. And the coach gave us that never give up mentality, and we just kept battling until the end.
Yeah, and you hit that free throw that sends it in overtime. You missed the first one. I think you were saying, oh man, if I hit both those, we wouldn't go to overtime. Yeah. But it was fun, and you pretty much put them away in that overtime.
Yeah, of course I tried to hit both free throws, but I looked over to the bench. I had support from the coaches and all the teammates, and I just calmed myself down and hit the last free throw.
All right, congratulations. What a game. Good luck in the semis.
Thank you.
All right, Coach Van Cleve shows up. All right, Coach, boy, I don't know what to say. I mean, this was an incredible game. Did you lower the ceiling, for one thing, on that inbound pass? It goes off the beam, and then all of a sudden you guys get the ball back.
Yeah. I was really proud of our guys, the way they reacted. We weren't planning on banking in the second free throw, and so that changed what the scheme was at that point, and they really reacted to deny the ball. I think they probably had a kid open deep, but we were fortunate that the ball hit the ceiling. So.
Yeah, I mean, what a turnaround. I mean, this game certainly looked, this crowd was sort of, you could see it in their eyes. There was only a couple seconds left, and you still had to put some points on the board. Yeah. But it goes to overtime, and you pretty much put it away.
Well, Brandon Smith not being in the game was fortunate at that point. We've overcome a lot this year. And this group is really, really tight. They really love being around each other, and I think that really helped us overcome some pretty tough odds tonight.
Yeah, could you imagine with only about 6 points, I think, into the second quarter, that you'd be able to come back and put the points on the board you did?
We've done that before, believe it or not, where we just cannot score to start a game. So I wasn't too worried about it. The thing that worried me the most was every time we got a good shot, Brandon Smith seemed to block it. So we had a lot to overcome.
Yeah, you move on to the semis now, got the momentum. Boy, I'm sure you're excited to move on to that level.
Absolutely. It's a great accomplishment for us to get back to the semis again this year, and I hope we can get Reed and Connor healthy for that game. And, I like our chances.
Yeah, well, good luck. Congratulations. Great basketball game tonight. Boy, what you want to see every night. Probably not as a coach, but it was great for the fans and everybody else.
It was a lot of fun.
All right, congratulations. Mark, let's go back to you.
Gordon, some great interviews there. As we heard from both of the players of the game, they said we overcame adversity, and that is a key to any championship team. The Knights never kept themselves down. They always kept themselves up, had great spirit throughout.
I've got to make a comment a little bit, too, about Godinez and Greg Combs and those kids. I thought they played their hearts out tonight. Their fans are here right now saluting them as they come out of the locker room. I think we saw the best player we've seen in our TV broadcast this year in Brandon Smith. We saw 2 great guards in Danny Flores and Abram Hernandez. But I think what I saw in the first half especially was a great defensive effort by the Grizzlies. There was a reason that Foothill only had 6 points. But in terms of excitement, this tops anything we've done this year. That finish was unbelievable.
Well, Brandon Smith, unbelievable player, but the key was he foul out of the game with 1.1 seconds to remain, and then they had to play the overtime without him, and we really saw where inside plays weren't available for Foothill. All of a sudden, they were plentiful.
Well, they were, and I think that Rusty Van Cleve knew that, and he went right to his bigs, and he got a great game out of a couple guys. Riley O'Hearn, Reed Nakakahara got hurt, but I think all in all, has to be one of the most exciting games we've had on Cox 3 Game of the Week.
Well, all I know is this: the old Boston Garden had the air conditioning working, and at Foothill they have the facade. Final game numbers. The Grizzlies 41% from the field, Foothill 35%. 3-point range, the Grizzlies outscore Foothill 15-9. The free throws, that was the difference, 20-10 for the Knights. Turnovers, 18 for Godinez. Foothill with 13, and they only committed 4 in the second half in overtime. Points in the paint pretty close, 18-16. As far as highlights that took place in this one, as put together by our crew, Flores raining threes early on.
He gets popped. That's O'Hearn from the corner, and
Yes.
he's the guy that really got the comeback started in the second quarter.
And then Hernandez, no, but Smith with the throwdown, one of his many exciting plays. And then Smith, swish for the three-pointer, a.k.a. Marty Glickman. And then the other way, three-pointer on the way for Foothill and O'Hearn. Nice move by Sanchez, taking it to the rack. The nice alley-oop to Eric Patton.
You know, a lot of good passes in this game, and we talked about the phenomenal night by Brandon Smith, but I thought that young man right there, Jacob Sanchez, came off the bench with the injury to Nakakahara and did a fantastic job.
Hernandez hits. Bullseye, Riley O'Hearn. He had a team-high 21 points. Smith showing great body control. Eric Patton with the miss. However, down low with the finish, Lucas Orojo scored all 18 of his points between the fourth quarter and overtime. And those are your post-game highlights. 59-49 your final in the OT. Smith, 22, 8 rebounds and 9 blocks. Hernandez, 12 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. For Foothill, Sanchez had 6 points, 6 rebounds, 5 steals. Patton, 12 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 blocks. O'Hearn leading the way with 21. Orojo, he had 18. They're going to take on Peninsula in the semifinals on the road. They win that one, and they punch their ticket to next Saturday's final.
Well, if there's one thing Rusty Van Cleve can take from this game is he's got a senior class that's all in. These guys are so tight, been teammates for 4 years, and I think they showed tonight that you can't ever quit on anything.
Well, with the victory, Foothill now 26-3 on the year. They have won 13 in a row, and they move on to the semifinals via the 59-49 overtime victory. Along with the coach Bill Kennedy and Gordon Spencer, I'm Mark Heller saying so long. You have been watching the Cox3.com post-game show on your Orange County sports leader. We are Cox 3 Sports, and from Foothill High, until next time, so long and good night.